What are your plans for Sunday? Are you guys having a big party?
No, I'm just gonna watch it.
You're having a big party? We're all going over to Sam's. Everybody go to Sam's.
Everybody watching? Go to Sam's.
Okay, so anyways, this is KMS 10 at 10. Comment to us and tell us who you want to win. We're rooting for the Falcons, I guess. But anyway, so this is KMS 10 at 10 where we talk about digital marketing. Me and Luke, our digital specialists here, we do the research all week long about anything new or updates for digital marketing in general. So then we fill you guys in our quick 10-minute episode on Fridays.
Today I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl and some updates to Google AdWords.
Today I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl. Just kidding, I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to be talking about Google Data Studio and Facebook image search. So.
All right, cool. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below or use a hashtag on social media, KMS10 at 10.
And a reminder, we do have our Sioux Falls free event coming up on February 20th. It'll be through Zeal, the Center of Entrepreneurship. And that is called Demystify Your Data. We'll get Sam to throw the link in the comments, and that's going to be, so it's a free event. I believe it's 3 to 5 on February 20th, where we will talk about digital marketing, analytics, measuring data, setting up goals, all those like back-end information for digital campaigns after your campaign setup, how to measure, how to look into your analytics, a lot of fun stuff. So, and it's free, and there are snacks, I believe. So, join us.
All right, my first topic is the Super Bowl. A report by NRF came out, and they took a survey of some people. 189 million Americans, that's just Americans, are expected to watch Super Bowl. And they found some interesting statistics from it. 24% said the commercials were the most important of the entire thing. 43% say it's a game. Spending time with friends is 15%, and halftime show was like 12%.
Okay.
Which is just interesting to see what people watch it. Which I know for me and probably for Sam too, we're more worried about the game, whereas you just don't care. You probably there. For
I do know Lady Gaga is performing at halftime.
Yeah.
And she said that she doesn't want it to be about her, more as it should be fun for the audience.
Interesting.
So I do know a little bit.
And then about the commercials, 78% of the surveyors said that they look at the commercials as entertainment and not just commercials. And I don't remember what the percentage was, but there was a certain amount of people that also, they will then recognize those brands from after the commercial. And then one thing I wanted to ask you and also ask you guys, it's becoming more common for brands to release their Super Bowl commercial a week or so before. What do you think about that? Do you think that kind of spoils it, or do you think it's a good move for them?
I would say it depends. I think there are ways that they could release it to build up the excitement for the Super Bowl. I really like how Doritos, their whole process of having consumers create the videos and then the commercials, and then have other audience vote on those commercials, and so it's kind of almost like engaging all their consumers and people that might even be Dorito fans to get into like the Super Bowl and have kind of a part in picking the video. So I like how they went about it. And so like I said, it depends. I wouldn't just say just release it to YouTube for people to watch, but kind of make it an event. I
saw there were some stats that, I don't remember what it was, but they're more likely to, just recognize a brand if they see, it came out early, let's watch it, and then, it's going to be there. It's just another way to remember the brand.
Or like when they see it then on TV and they can call it out and be like, oh yeah, I saw that one, or, make it more of a big deal.
Yeah.
So.
What do you guys think? Do you guys like it or not like that they, and then the other thing too, not all of them, just some of them are releasing early.
And so the commercials in like the last couple of years haven't been as good. Is that how you guys feel? I feel like that's been a lot of people's opinions.
It's always hard because they hype them up so much.
Yeah.
That too.
So does previewing hype them up so much?
Yeah.
Is it like a letdown when you actually see the real thing?
Maybe.
We'll find out.
Cool. Well, enough about the Super Bowl. Forget about that. Google Data Studio. So it was just released yesterday, Google announced that they are removing their 5 report limit in Google Data Studio. And if you guys are wondering what Data Studio is, it's that data analysis and visualization tool that's making it easy for marketers or businesses or brands to build custom reports and dashboards. And so, your digital marketers, you can build these beautiful visual graphs with your data and present to your boss. So then it makes more sense because obviously as marketers, we're all about the numbers, but not everybody is. So it makes it easier to build these beautiful visual reports. But Data Studio, it was announced in March 2016, and about 2 months later, they released the free version of the 5 reports limit. And that kind of limited people on how many reports they can make, obviously, and so a lot of people weren't using it. And so what they're doing now is they're taking away that limit. So you can make as many reports as you want. I think there's like 1,000 limit now across the board, even for like the Premier accounts. And so so that will be free, but there is going to still be, of course, a premium version. Google will have a premium version called Premium Google Data Studio 360 product that will have a couple features that the free version doesn't have, such as having 200 owners being able to edit and manage reports, whereas the free version you can only have a single ownership. So if you think about, we use Google Docs or Google Sheets a lot where we can have other people log in and work on documents. So you couldn't do that with Data Studio unless you pay. And then the premium version, you'll have full customer service. So wouldn't that be nice? We all like our customer service to ask questions. So anyways, what they said was that the free version wasn't allowing people that didn't have the resources to pay for that full version. It wasn't really giving them the full value of the product. And it's also a smart move on Google because it's allowing small businesses to stay within that Google app ecosystem and not go to the competitors. Mm-hmm. So like a competitor like Microsoft's Power BI. So they're not going to move to a different competitor that might have a free version or have a cheaper version. It's keeping those smaller businesses within Google. So I think it's a smart move.
Yeah.
5 was,
pretty
very limited.
Very limited.
I think we worked with it a little bit, the free version, and we decided, okay, we can all make one report within our team, and then, okay, cool, like what else? So then we moved on to a different product. Yeah. So now that they took that off, it gives more range. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, cool.
All right, we're going to stick with Google now. They just recently released, and with most things they do for AdWords, they only limit it to very, very small, and then they'll eventually, probably, if it goes well, bring it to everyone. It's called Ads Added by AdWords, which is kind of a mouthful. It's for SEM, so your pay-per-click campaigns. It creates variations of your ads based on elements of existing ads. They were saying that it would just take like the body and then the headlines, and it'll kind of take the ones from the best performing ones and put them together and kind of do other variations. And it will then show those ads when you go, not when it actually shows up on the results page, but when you're in the campaign looking at your ads, it will show that, this is an ad made by Google. And because right now you have to be accepted into the pilot, but you will have the ability to pause or turn those off if you want to. And that's the other thing. It's no cost. It's automatically, whether it's an algorithm or an AI learning, it kind of just takes your best performing ones and puts them together. So just more testing, more trial to figure out what works the best for you.
Yeah. I think that's interesting. Obviously, it's smart to pull all the best performing features, but then, there are examples like where it wouldn't work or,
Yeah.
So it's just continuing to monitor. Not making your job easier, but... All right, so then our last topic today is Facebook image search. So now they're starting this new search AI where it lets you type in what the image is, the content in the image is, what it is. So you can type in, say I'm looking for, people wearing black shirts. I can type that in, and it'll pull up images within Facebook. So it's similar to other tools like Google Photo. And the technology, it's called Lumos, and it was first originally used to help the visually impaired look for content, and then it would help, it would auto-describe what's in that image for the visually impaired, the blind. But they noticed that people were using the technology to actually look up content as well. So say they use the example, if I wanted to look up all the photos I took of my pug in the last couple of years. That was an actual example, which is fun fact for our viewers. I have a pug, and they are awesome. So if I wanted to look up all the images I took of my dog, I can easily do that. But anyway, so Facebook, what they're doing is they're analyzing billions of photos using deep learning technology, or deep learning techniques, using a variety of signals in order to rank results. And they're using their object recognition. If you've noticed, when you upload photos, it will kind of like assume who you should tag. So that's kind of how it started rolling out. But it's using object recognition to allow it to search for things like scenes, animals, places, attractions, and clothes. And what they're really trying to work towards is also understanding in the photos what people are doing. So you could look for people walking or people dancing or different actions instead of just objects. And the company eventually wants to work towards doing this for video as well, but that's like way in the future, they think. And it should be available to all users in the US. The regions, different regions, hasn't been announced yet, but it should be available to all users in the US to be able to search for content, video, or photo content. So I think that's really cool. You can do it. I use Google all the time to look for different photos and type in searches to look for different photos or images. And so Facebook is just following suit with that and just helping out users on how they use search.
Yeah, just another reason why, or another thing that Facebook is doing to keep you on their site and not go elsewhere like big bad Google.
Big bad Google. So that's about it. I think that was all for today. Just a reminder about our event. If you guys, we mentioned it earlier at the beginning, but we are having that measurement event coming up on February 20th. It's free. If you're interested, Sam threw in the link in the comments, so go ahead and sign up for that. And then,
if you want to stay notified, please like our page every Friday at 10 o'clock when we go live. We'll eventually upload this to YouTube, the Key Media. Check it out there. I think that's it.
yeah. I want to mention that beautiful line I had across my face this whole time.
It is nice.
Which we tried to get rid of.
Have a good day. Have a good weekend. See you guys later.
Enjoy that Super Bowl.
Yeah! That was a great throw. I faked you out.